him on the field as we are about ready to start. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. RPO complete to open the drive. Quick step and go. Shakes a man, and he might take off. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Delay to the back. It's Brown. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Makes him talk to the hand. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Fresh setter down's going to the air. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, looking for a man. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught. Gets away from one, finds room. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Sells to run, looking to pass. Under pressure. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He just carries him face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tight end now in motion. Running the red zone. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and takes the field for the first time in this game. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of it to avoid the
time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone defense.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Kick is in the air. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Keeps it himself. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. A give to Brown. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Trying to make one miss. Couldn't get away from that cover. The Northwestern offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Fires to the wideout, and he avoids the sack.
Obviously finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game over 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Gets rid of it. He's got the back in the middle. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys, he saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And
big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Got a 1st down. He slides and gets the 1st down necessary. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Collier. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory.
this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They got it blocked just enough, and a
Ball, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
might as well run him again. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll
But
look.
it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier.
Caught, and he's got room. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of...
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a shot.
But to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Once you start to get down towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And the 3-ball gives us a tie.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So here comes the Michigan offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. 2nd down to the air. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Out wide left, it's Isom. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Tells the run, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sells to fake. Rushes on. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a first snap of this drive comes from the 32. Got the quick completion. He's brought down, but he went.
Receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The play fake. On target. Pulled to the ground. That time you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Keeps it himself. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. RPO complete. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off play action on first down. Got his man. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. On first down, it's Brown again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Handoff for Brown. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Keep it on the ground, it's Brown. And he...
4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Whip it out to the back on the screen. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and...
Dropping back to pass or letting the pass rush get upfield. Seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on.
Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback.
They're so fast, they got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile, that's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
A give to Brown. Knocked down immediately. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair field. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And he'll find enough running room to get it just. He'll go 4 wide. Twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. The fake wants to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got it down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Reels it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the option. He'll toss it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line. Wildcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. They're all over it. Got him for the sack. This deep
Goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Snap in the shotgun. Caught in the backfield. It's Buchanan. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Running inside, it's Brown. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Out wide right, it's Isom. Makes the grab, it down immediately. He picks up a few. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and runs it again. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Complete out of the backfield. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wants to throw one first. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. 2nd and long here. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Setting up the screen. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Here comes the heat. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. Could not make his way to the corner. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Turns up, it's Brown. There he goes! Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Timeout on the field. Northwestern has called it. That's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Northwestern spends its final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Pulls it. He'll pitch it. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Well, he won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're going to test the right side with this one. He goes out of bounds in a good, tough run to give them a little breathing room. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Drops back on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with Georgia in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's Georgia able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game inside the big house. We are seeing what the coaches mean when they talk about winning all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and here today, special teams. They've almost single-handedly given this team the lead so far.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustment.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this first down.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to...
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Guys, this has been a defensive struggle, but now on 1st and goal, a chance for the first touchdown of the game. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Wants to pass. Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at Northwestern offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll run it. What a job up front, and he'll lose it.
I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first.
And the pressure was too much.
This offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Sells the run, looking to pass. Just barely got rid of it. Long way to go on 2nd down. Give to the back. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Keeps it himself. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nowhere to go on that one.
Tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back and play for this guy, don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Quick with the spin move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Fresh set of downs going up top. Catch in the middle. It's Isom. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. It's a draw. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. 2nd and long here. From the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. They go to the counter. See some running room. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Left side, it's Bear. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. Defense all over it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Right side, it's Buchanan. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball, they have the clock on their side, and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out.
You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
No.
This is losing in the game as they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They'll send the tight end in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Wolverines will try to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Under pressure. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Finds his big tight end. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run? Touchdown, Wolverines! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the point after is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. Cover Northwestern offense ready to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Could come down with it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. This one's complete. Has plenty for the first
Possessions of this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man on the outside. Makes the catch.
Handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And that one was...
Figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Unloads in the nick of time. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. Rush right in his face. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Catch in the middle. It's Collier. Picked up 8 yards there. 3rd down and 2. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Wants to throw again. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Got to make the play on 4th. Throws to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Shakes off the defender. At the 40, there he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Might as well give it to him again. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. First down, he'll keep it. Makes a man miss.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team, too, get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye.